Good evening. Happy New Year's. Welcome to the Briancrombie Radio Hour special New Year's evening show. And we're going to be repeated tomorrow on New Year's Day. I thought we should give a little bit of thought to what's going to go on for all of us in this upcoming year. And so therefore, I invited back someone that I think very highly of, Maria Fudas, who is a transformational life coach. She's just an incredibly intuitive, interesting person. And we're going to talk a little bit about manifesting yourself. Because, I think all of us wonder why some people seem to get everything they want and some others struggle. And what is the secret? The secret, I think, Maria is going to tell us, is that we need to manifest what we want and align our best life with the one that we desire. Maria will give us some clear and easy insights and easy tools on how to align and connect with our best potential in 2021. So, Maria, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me, Brian, and Happy New Year's.
Thank you. Happy New Year's to you. So what is a transformational life coach, just to start?
Okay, transformational coach really is exactly that. It's transforming from, and the word transforming is changing form, changing form from living from the outside, living from all of your limiting beliefs, from the ego is what I call it, the ego base, which is really all the limiting beliefs and all the fears that are outside us, and changing and actually living from your inside, your soul, your spirit, where your authentic self is. So it's connecting with that in order to have love, peace, and all the success you need, and aligning with your true self. And that's how manifesting also takes place, which is the topic of today. So really, I teach people how to change form and aligning with their best self in order to manifest their purpose and what the best life they're meant to live.
So what do you mean by manifest their best purpose?
So manifest, I know it's a hokey pokey word, but really, a lot of people are familiar with the law of attraction, which means you attract. They just call it the law of attraction. So these are really laws from the universe. It's not like the law that the government makes. The universe also has laws. So the law of attraction really just means we attract what we focus on. We attract what our thoughts are. We attract what we give. What we give, we get back. Why is it some people that, let's take wealth, for example, people that are rich get richer and people that are poor get poorer. Why is that? Because rich people never worry about money, right? So money just flows. But poor people, instead of saying, I'm abundant, they're always like, oh my God, I don't have enough money to pay the rent tomorrow. I don't have enough money to pay my bill tomorrow. So they're thinking of the lack and they're attracting more of that. So the secret, there was a book, The Secret, there's a lot of books, The Law of Attraction, there's a lot of stuff out there. But it's not that complicated. And what the secret the book doesn't fully explain is that it's not just, wishful thinking. It can't be just wishful thinking because that doesn't work. It has to be a way of being. It has to be of who you truly are at a biological level. That's where the real transformation you have to.
What do you mean who you truly are at a biological level?
So it has to be a sense of being. For example, if you're thinking, if I'm thinking something bad for you, let's say I want to be abundant. I don't want to be I want great stuff for myself. If I think, oh, I hope Brian, has a bad day, or if I think bad about someone else or wish something bad for someone else, that's actually the law of attraction. I'm attracting that onto myself. That's what people don't recognize. Because in reality, we're all one. That's the basis, which people have to understand. I'll make easy concepts so people understand. The basis is we're all one. And I mean, this is not just spirituality or new age, BS stuff like that. Einstein, which is a genius, said everything is energy. That's all there is. And he also said imagination is more important than knowledge. What does he mean by that? And we could go on. The Buddha, a lot of quotes from Buddha, Lao Tzu, Osho. We could go on and on. Jesus. He has, and we could talk, if we have time, we could talk a little bit about that, but there's a lot of information out there and they all say the same thing. And that's really the research I had done when I came into this path, because I was fascinated when I look back in my life and things that I kind of thought about and kind of secretly wanted came to me, right? And I couldn't realize how is this happening? Am I psychic? Do I know in advance? And then I recognized I'm actually manifesting. And like you said, manifesting is really attracting not always what you want, but it's what you feel with emotion. That's the key.
What you feel with emotion.
Exactly. So you've got to feel it before you have it, right? The big saying, you've got to believe it before you achieve it. You've got to feel it with emotion. So that's really what it is. We don't always get what we wish for. We get what we what we believe without a doubt. And if we want something bad for someone else, if we have bad thoughts for someone else, we'll attract that in our lives. That's why some people, when they're thinking, when they're wishful thinking, they're thinking something bad. Let's say you're wishing for Maria, oh my God, she's so like this. What we're thinking, we're attracting onto ourselves. That's why it's so important to control your thoughts and to be able to catch yourself, because that's really what we're here for. We're here to recognize that we're all powerful co-creators. That's what I believe we're here for. We're here to recognize in this being, because we are vibrational beings having a human experience, and we're here to recognize that we are vibrational beings, powerful co-creators, and attached. We're aligned with the divine, but that alignment only comes once we're in tune with our true self, and that's our soul, our spirit, our intuition, whatever you want, word you want to put it. That's where we have the alignment to God, and to also to be in charge of getting what we wish for, what we want in true reality, instead of kind of swaying and getting what comes to us. And you can look at it, Brian, like taking your car and you're driving, and instead of going in neutral, you go. Most people are in neutral; they just go wherever life kind of takes them. But imagine the power to be able to take the driver's seat and say, "Today, I want an interview with Brian." And to get that, you know what I mean? Or just I'm giving a little example, making a little humor here, but it's not that humorous. You take it in anything in your life, right?
And decide that it's something that you want.
Exactly. Anything you put it, and then you have to let it go.
And believe it with emotion, and live it with emotion.
And without a doubt. So let's give a little example. Think of, you don't have to tell me.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Let's come back and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So it's, it's a strange New Year's given COVID-19 and people staying home. I don't think that many of us are going to be out with the big parties and the big hotels and the big ballrooms that are the typical New Year's Eve. And so I thought that a lot of us would end up being introspective and thinking about the new year. And so what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to introduce you to a couple of different people that I think are going to help us think through what we want for the future, what we want for 2021. And we're going to start with Maria, and then I'm going to introduce you to a couple of other people. So we're going to take a break and come back with Maria in just a minute. And we're going to talk a little bit more about manifesting what we want in 2021. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour special New Year's Eve show, where we're going to be talking to a bunch of different, not a bunch, but a couple of different inspirational people to talk about 2021 and what we might want to be giving some thought to. Maria Fudas is my guest. She's a transformational life coach right now. Maria, I really believe in vision boards and setting a vision and thinking about the future. And I've done speeches on this, and I don't think it's quite the same as you're manifesting, but it's sort of the same. And some of the reasons that I give is that if you take just an idea and you actually put it on a board with some of the pictures of what you want to achieve, it becomes more real, and the chance of actually achieving that goes up. But it seems to me like you're talking about something that's even one step, if not several steps beyond what I'm thinking about in regards to setting a vision, putting it in a vision board, putting it up on the wall, reading it every day, etc. So here we are at the turn of a new year, and the last year has been challenging for a lot of people. And the next couple of months may still be challenging from a public health standpoint and a mental health standpoint, and certainly from an economic standpoint as we come out of the recession and the pandemic. But I think people are hopeful that things come back strong, if not right away, at least, spring, summertime. If you're advising people on how to think about 2021 and setting their goals and manifesting what they want, what are some exercises? What are some suggestions that you've got for us?
Okay, something that I would definitely recommend for everybody to do, and they could start it now before, hopefully it's the 30th, just before the new year, or if they don't have a chance tonight, they could do it in the new year as well. But I would recommend make 2 lists. One list, make it a gratitude list. Basically, everything that you're grateful from the past year in 2020. I know it's been a tough year for a lot of people, but I'm sure we could find something to be grateful for. Sometimes it could just be health. And if you did have health challenges, then it could just be being alive or just the breath you breathe. Anything, find something. And also on that list, I want you to write everything you want to let go of. Because before we manifest, we have to let go of all the energies, all the stuff we need to let go in order to really believe in the positive in the future. So make that list and write everything that you need to let go. So any fears that you may have or limiting beliefs that you have, write it on that list. And if you need to, for a lot of people that I find for my clients as well, it helps to burn it. take a piece of, just burn it in your sink and crack the door open a little bit so all that energy leaves from you. And then make an intention list, which is a vision list. Doesn't have to be literally a vision board. And vision boards are great, but of course, if you don't believe it, then a vision board is just it's just a piece of paper. So I want you to write an intention list. And the way you would write an intention list.
What's an intention list, and how does it differ than a resolution?
Yeah. So instead of having just pictures, so basically an intention list, the way you would do it, first of all, is God, universe, whatever word you want to use. I would start with thank you, universe, always gratitude. And always, you could begin and end with this or better. Because remember, if you want $1,000, the universe might have $1 million for you. That's okay too, right? So never limit yourself. So always say this or better, end with that. So thank you, this and better. So universe, thank you, this or better. And you could start, just basically write everything on there that you want to manifest, your intentions for the new year and beyond. And the thing you've got to be careful also is the wording, because what I said before, you don't always get what you want. You get what you focus on. And the wording is important. It's what you're focusing on. So say, don't say, I don't want to be poor anymore, or I don't want to be alone anymore. The wording is important. You have to use positive words and say, I want to be abundant. I want a great relationship.
It's interesting. I love the way that you talk about what you focus on. And I'll give you one sports analogy, if I could, just for a second,
Sure.
Because I had a great coach, Mr. Houston, the gym coach, and he used to tell me, Brian, what you're doing is you're looking at the tackler. Don't look at the tackler, look at the hole. If you look at the tackler, you're going to get tackled. If you look at the hole, you're going to get through it.
Exactly. It's like if you're driving, you're focusing on the tree, what's going to happen? You're going to go right in the tree, right? You're not going to stay in the road. And that's what people don't realize. We create what we focus on, and the words are important. So when you write out your list, make sure the wording is proper, and then say this, end it with this and better. And then you could draw a little picture if you want to of how you see yourself. Like, I'll give you an example. For a long time ago, before I even wrote my book, which is Connect with Yourself and Others, by the way, which I have a great chapter in there on empowerment, which is pretty much all about manifesting. In any case, so basically you create what you focus on. So what you're focusing on is exactly what you get. And you get that with your intuition, with your soul. That's where the alignment is. So the other thing I was going to say, talking about the visualization, my daughter plays ringette, and I've done some ringette coaching with a coach and their teams, and that's exactly what I teach them. As you said, visualize. What do athletes do? They visualize
victory. They visualize what they want to do.
Exactly. And
actually, a great person described gymnasts to me, and they said, what do a gymnast do before they run down and do the horse or the vault or even a floor routine? They actually start with the victory sign, because they're going to be victorious, and they start with a victory sign. And if they start with a victory sign before they even start running, the chances of them actually being victorious goes up dramatically.
And actually, what people don't realize, which is amazing, they've done tests, and the circuitry in the brain, whether you're actually doing it or imagining it, it's the same circuitry, it's the same stuff in the brain that happens, the circuitry that goes off. So doing it or imagining it, so they've proven that actually, let's say, you're an athlete and you're a basketball player, let's say, and you're practicing how to hoop. And if you're imagining it and being victorious, it's the same circuitry. So, and it's actually more effective. Imagining it and visualizing it is actually more effective than it's almost like doing 2 hours of actual training. So this has been proven, and that's why professional athletes and athletes all over use visualization as a tool. So this is the same concept I'm kind of saying, but you could do it in your life, because the circuitry, we are energetic beings. We are powerful.
Okay, so let's say I want to achieve a couple of things in 2021. What you're saying is, unlike just the resolutions of things that I'd like to have happen, but I don't really know whether they're going to have happen. Like, I'd like to lose 25 pounds. I put down a vision of myself lighter.
So exactly. So basically, your job is to have the vision. Our job is to have the vision and then allow life to follow you. Imagine that you go to a restaurant and you order, I don't know, chicken wings or a steak, salmon, whatever you want to order. So imagine yourself, you order the steak, you're going to get steak, no? There's no doubt in your mind that you're going to get chicken, correct?
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to know without a doubt. And then allow it to follow you. And that's what people mistake. They have fear, they have doubt. but you're not supposed to have the doubt. So imagine you want a relationship, you want money, you want to be abundant. Imagine you already have it. See, the key is you have to feel it before you could achieve it. You have to actually be in that zone with emotion. So you got to know. So anytime you're in doubt, say, okay, I'm ordering that steak. I know I'm going to get steak. I'm not going to get chicken wings because I didn't order chicken wings. So you've got to be in that state of mind where you know you're not worried. You don't have doubt. You've got to know without emotion. And so that's really where you have to be.
But you said it's more than wishful thinking. So this is thinking it, but thinking it with emotion and without any doubt. But don't you have to work hard to achieve it as well?
Of course, because I mean, the biggest word of attraction is action, right? That's what people think. It's not just, hey, it's going to fall in the sky. Then that's where you have to follow your gut instinct, your intuition. Remember, you're a co-creator, right? With the divine. So people, God, whatever you believe in, God, there's angels. I work with angels, so I have a connection with angels. So you could call the angels in. Again, angels need permission to come in because we have free will. So ask the divine, Jesus, whoever you believe in. Ask the divine to come in. Angels come in. You could do it right now. Angels, like, give you permission and gratitude. Give them permission to come in and help you align with that purpose. Thank you. Do whatever needs to be done and align with it. So it is, so it's done. And then use the mantra for yourself to help you. Say, okay, every time you feel you have doubt or fear, just say, angels, I know you got this. Because the only thing that blocks them is fear and doubt, which is the same thing with anything. So it's exactly it. So you manifest it. So of course you've got to take action, but what action you need to take in a specific moment will come to you through your intuition, through your soul, through your spirit. That's where the connection is. This is just physical. It breaks down when we pass away, when we transform, when we leave this physical body, our consciousness still remains. That's the magic. That's where the power is. That's what's the connection with the divine. That's the connection with God, with the universe, whatever words you want to use, whatever religions you have, whatever beliefs you have, that's the connection. And that's where you get your intuition. That's where you get that gut feeling or the push to say, Maria, you've got to do this. Maria, you're out of your comfort zone, but you've got to write. When I wrote my book, for example, I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of work, but I kept saying something inside, Maria, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. It wasn't something that a lot of times I didn't want to do it. The work, lazy, maybe sometimes, all that stuff that comes in, the challenges. But something kept telling me, and it took me, I had this feeling like a long time ago, and I was going to say a while, even before I wrote it, I'd done a vision, like after my second separation, actually my marriage, I'd done a vision. I drew a picture because I've been writing a book with all my visions and intentions with this or better, thank you. But then I just draw a picture and I put it in the bottom of my, in my bed, in my little nightstand, and I put it away. And what I had there, I had certain pictures. I'm not going to reveal all of them because I don't want everybody to know all my personal life. But one of them was a book. And I had no idea what I was going to write about then. And it came to fruition. I also had Oprah in there, so let's see how that plans out. But,
excellent.
Nothing is impossible.
Okay, so we're going to write what we're grateful for 2020, and then we're also going to write those things that our intentions are for 2021, and we're going to manifest them. We're going to believe them, and we're going to believe them without any doubt. What other exercises? What other suggestions have you got?
And I was going to say, not just what you're grateful. I also want people to write what their fears are and any limiting beliefs they have, because we want to let go of that and then just burn it or rip it up and get rid of it.
Oh, really? Okay. So there's three things, sort of three sheets. One is what we're grateful for. We're going to keep that. The second thing is what we're fearful of and we don't want to take from 2020 into 2021, and we're going to burn that. And then our visions, our intentions, what we're going to manifest for 2021.
Yeah.
And those things we have to believe with emotion and have no doubt.
And you could change that as you go along. If something, for example, let's say you want a relationship and you say, I want a perfect woman or a perfect guy, and then you kept getting all the married men or all the married women, then you could attune that and say available to me. So you could change that as you go along, or if you say, I want to pay my rent and you're only paying rent, I want to pay all my bills. And you could find, depending on what the universe is bringing you in, then you could say, why? Then you've got a question and say, why am I getting this in? That's not what I want. Then look at your list and you're going to see you're not very clear.
Okay, so lots of people do New Year's resolutions, and the line is that almost everyone says they're going to lose weight and join a gym, and the vast majority of people quit by the end of January. So how do you make the difference between a resolution and what you're describing as an intention that you firmly believe in with emotion and that you're going to manifest into reality?
Commitment. You've got to make the commitment. That's where the action comes in. It's not, then you have to follow your gut instinct. I know that if I'm going to lose weight, I have to eat healthier and I've got to go to the gym. Deep down inside, I know probably I'm not going to be that committed maybe to going to the gym 24/7, because it's not, so then I'll have to do other stuff, maybe take walks or, do, there are alternatives. But deep down inside, you know who you have, but you have to make the commitment to do what you need to do. So if I'm going to write, make it easy. When I wrote the book, I had to make the commitment every day to sit down and write it. You still have to do the work. The thing is, though, to keep in mind is when it's difficult, that's when you have to recognize the universe then is giving you obstacles. When it's obstacles, for example, when I was looking for a publisher, I interviewed lots of publishers. There was a lot of obstacles. A lot of them I didn't have a gut instinct. They weren't exactly what I wanted. It wasn't the right fit until I found the right fit. I didn't go right away with the first one just because they promised me all the good stuff. If I had a bad instinct intuitively, I said, okay, it's probably not the right one. Don't take it in just because you lose faith or you think, oh, I don't deserve better. You always deserve to get what you fully want. Let me give you an example.
You always deserve to get what you fully want.
Your best. Exactly. And remember that. Don't lose hope and then say, it's okay, I'll settle for this. Because when you settle, the universe says, okay, you're settling. I'm not going to do any better. Don't forget, this is life. I mean, enjoy the journey. Why settle? Unless you want to. If you settle, then don't blame the universe. Don't blame it on intention. It's just you settling because you don't believe you could get what you want. And unfortunately, a lot of people live like that. That's why there's a lot of alcohol abuse. That's why, there's a lot of drug abuse. That's why there's a lot of overeating. A lot of people just kind of like, because they stuck down in those feelings of what their intuition is telling them, what the universe is guiding them to do. That's why people then resort to these kind of things, because they shut down the little voice that knows the truth. They shut down the voice with alcohol, drugs, food, or different, whatever their choice is, because they don't want to listen to the little gut instinct.
Do you think that's why people get addicted? Is they're shutting down the voice?
100%.
Really? That's interesting.
Yes.
The voice
that's true. Go ahead.
The voice that's telling them inside what their true opportunity is and what they're scared of it. They're scared of what? The hard work, or they're scared of achieving what they really dream of. And so they go into alcohol and drugs?
The world is full of fear, right? Fear of failure, fear of success. And the biggest fear is fear of success, actually.
I got to tell you, I know this guy who I'm convinced could be prime minister. And he needs to do a lot of work, needs to finish a law degree and do a whole bunch, but he's got the ambition, he's got the capability, he's got the intellect, he's got the articulate ability, and he got hooked on drugs. And I almost think it's a cop-out, and he's robbing himself of this incredible future.
And I know people personally as well, and that's exactly what it is. It's easier to blame something, and you find a lot of those people they become victims. Oh, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for that, because they don't, and that's when they don't have their power. The word empowerment that I was talking about, which is a huge chapter in my book, empowerment means I am power. How do you connect with that power? Is by being inspirational, being inspired in spirit. Once you're living in spirit and you're inspired and passionate about what you want to do, then that's when the empowerment comes up. If you're acting like a victim and blaming others, you're not powerful. You're just giving in. I am powerful beyond measure, and so is everyone else. I get everything I want. It doesn't mean everything happens exactly the way I want it, because sometimes it happens for me. Remember, the universe is working for you, knows best. So don't allow your ego to think, okay, I know better and this is what I want. That's why I always say this or better. Allow the universe to work with you and give you what you need to learn, to become a better person, to evolve, and to become wiser. Let me give you an example, okay?
Maria, this is great stuff. You've mentioned your book on numerous occasions. If people are interested in your book, how do they get it?
Actually, it's everywhere. It's on my website, mariafudas.com or mftransformation.com. But, Apple Books, if you want to just download it as an iBook, which is what I have on my phone as well. But Kindle, Amazon, all the forms of Amazon all over the world, and anywhere books are sold, basically.
And what's it called? What's the book called?
Connect with yourself and others. And of course, that book will, it's geared towards relationships, how to make the relationships with people around you. And I'm not talking about romantic relationships only. It's relationships with coworkers, with friends, family, but also the biggest relationship, which people forget, is the relationship with yourself. That's what it all starts. And that's really where I bring people into.
We're going to take a break with Maria Fudas, and we're going to come back with, I think she might actually read some cards for us and tell us what we might be expecting in 2021. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour. This is our special New Year's Eve, New Year's Day special show where we're talking to a couple of different inspirational people with some advice for 2021. And Maria Fudas, a transformational life coach, is our first guest, and she's given us some, I think, interesting guidance. One would be to write a list of things that you're grateful for 2020, even though it's been a tough year. Clearly, you've been grateful for some things. Second of all, some things that you don't want to take forward, and problems and issues that you've had from 2020, and we're going to burn that and not bring it forward to 2021. And then the third thing, and the most important thing, Maria, is you said that what we want to do is we want to put down those things that are our intentions for 2021 that we really want to have come true and that we believe will come true, and that we're going to believe with emotion, and that we're going to manifest, and we're going to work hard to achieve. And then you said that there's a test that you can you do on yourself to see if it'll actually come true. What was that test, Maria?
Okay, so let's do it this way, Brian. Ask yourself a question. You don't have to reveal it to everybody if you want, but I want to ask something that you really want. Think of something that you really want. You could think of it right now, and then I want everybody to do it. Actually, the whole audience, everybody, think of something you really want in this universe, something that you want to happen, and you want to manifest, that you want to come forth. I want you to think of it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Now, I want to ask you, between 1 and 10%. What is the percentage?
1 in 10%, or 1 in 100? 1 in 10%, or 1 in 100%?
From 1, well, from 1 to 100, or 1 to 10. Let's make it easy. From 1 to 10%. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest belief. What's your belief? Where deep inside? How much of a where are you in the belief, in the knowing that it's going to happen? So let's say I want to get married next year. What beliefs do I have that I'm going to get married? I'm giving an example. That's not what I want, but. So that's an example. So let's say 10% would be like 100%. I know it's going to happen. 1% would be, well, I don't really think it's going to happen. So where are you to that?
On the question that I have, I'm a 9.5 out of 10, or 95%.
Excellent. That means it's going to happen. And that's why I want to bring to the audience. So anybody that had anything less than 8%, that means they don't have the belief system that it's going to happen. So what they need to do, it doesn't mean it can't happen. Because it's all about the belief. You're in charge. You're a powerful, powerful person. You're magical. You're made out of the magic stardust from the universe. We're powerful beyond measure. Okay, we just act small. So all you need to do for those that are thinking, that have the belief system less than 8, they've got to bring themselves to above that. Bring yourself to a 10. So your 9.5 has to become a 10. Because why is it a 9.5? It should be a 10. It's going to happen. Know that it's going to happen. It is.
May take too much to make it.
It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. You have to believe it. Just believe it. Bring yourself there in the emotion is what I'm saying. Okay. Of course, it might not happen.
Well, that's a good thing. And so I think that a lot of people, we talked in the first segment about resolutions, about fitness and losing weight. And a lot of people would say, yeah, but it's probably not going to happen. And as soon as they say, yeah, it's probably not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. And there's a mantra that I give you, because it's all about the thoughts, right? Because what people recognize, maybe our thoughts create our emotions create our vibrations. And that's what's sent out to the universe and then boomerangs back to us. It all starts with a thought. So the key is, and that's part of my training when I do my proven methodology.
You said you were going to give us a mantra. Can you give us a mantra?
Yes. So one mantra is, I want it, I got it. So instantly bring yourself back into that vibration. Instantly say, I want it, I got it. Take a deep breath. Breathe it in. I want it, I got it. Okay, universe, I know you got this. I got it, I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. Angels, universe, I know you got this. And then let it go. Because the key is to let it go. Imagine that you're this beautiful flower, a tulip. You plant the tulip, you plant the seed of what you want, and then you don't have to worry how you're going to get the sun or the rain. The universe will provide all the details, and everything will get rid of any obstacles, and will guide you through your intuition how to get there. So the idea is to plant the seed and then allow it to follow you. Do not be on top of it. Oh, how's it going to happen? How's the flower going to come out? No, knowing that the flower is going to come out, allow it to follow you. Okay,
Maria, you said that you might read some cards for us for 2020.
Yes, excellent. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm not a psychic or a medium. I'm just I'm a clairaugnism, which means highly intuitive. I have a very deep knowing of what's going to happen, and I just follow my intuition. Basically, I'm connected with my inner divine is all it is. And everybody has the capability of doing that. And I'm hoping everybody will get awakened to that powerful person that we are for the new year. That's my wish for everybody, to be awakened to their true powers and to not live out of peace or misery or fear. Okay, so first I'm gonna do a little, I'm gonna use the Rider Tarot cards. And what I've done is I've taken out only the major arcanas, the 22 major arcanas for this exercise. And I want everybody to just choose a number from 1 to 3 right now, because I'm going to make it a little bit individualized. Choose a number from 1 to 3, and I'm going to pull 3 cards. And whether you have 1, 2, 3, that card is going to be specifically for you. So go ahead, choose number 1, 2, 3 while I shuffle. So highest vibrations and only the truth. Oops, 2 fell, but I'm not going to take those because I want to pull them out. So highest vibrations and all the truth. Please reveal to our audience what they need to know and what they need to do for the new year, what they have to focus on. So okay, so number 1, 2, and let me just see what other card might pop up. 3. Okay, so we'll start with that. So 1 is the Chariot. The Chariot, as you see, is a black chariot and a white one. What this means really is it's a chariot, so it's moving forward. So it's very becoming, because of what we've gone through, we kind of had like a black year perhaps for a lot of people. 2020 was very difficult for a lot. So this is where perhaps you were. So if you've chosen 1, you had difficulties in this year. You were kind of in the black zone where things were difficult. The universe is letting you know that good stuff, the white, is about to happen. So keep forging forward, keep basically going forward, moving forward, and believing that everything will move forward and positive, because it will. That's exactly what it's telling you. If it was something specific that you wished for, know that whatever it was, it's going to move forward. It's going to start, the wheels are going to start churning for the better and positivity for whatever you wished for.
Good.
Okay. The second card is the Temperance, which is amazing as well. So whatever, if you were wondering of something specific that you wanted fixed, the universe is very simple. You could see this card yourself. It's being fixed already. See, the water is it's magically being put together. So perhaps you're going to put together the tools that I gave you today to do about the manifestation and intentions, and claim your power. Claim your power. Claim your divine power. You're so powerful, and things will work out. So whatever difficulty you have, it will work out. Use your knowledge, use your thought, take control of your thoughts, and then know that it's going to work out. No fear, no doubt. The good is more powerful than any fear or evil. Always know that. It will work out, whatever your worry was. And if you chose number 3, take a leap of faith.
Oh no.
Be a fool. Just jump off that cliff. That's what it's telling you. So perhaps if you chose number 3, you were hesitant. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Just do it. Go ahead. Take a leap of faith. Do what your gut instinct is guiding you to do. Again, I'm not telling you to do something that's your gut. If your gut instinct is telling you not to do it, then follow that, because otherwise, and even if you decide to do it, you know what? And sometimes you might say, oh, my gut instinct is telling me no, but I want to do it. You know what? My advice is do it anyways. This is just a journey. Life is a journey. You don't have to get everything perfect. Just know that what will happen is, if you don't follow your gut instinct, the worst that will happen is that you're going to have some karma, so karma meaning you're just going to have some lessons that you're going to learn. It's not going to work out the way you want it. That's the only thing that's going to happen. But if you follow your good instinct, the karma is less. Basically, you're not going to have all those, it's not going to be as difficult for you. That's all it means. So if you want to try it, go ahead, take it. The worst that will happen is, well, you're going to have some mishaps. You're going to realize, oh my God, I should have listened to my gut instinct. But sometimes we need that in order to recognize our powers and to get connected. I had to do that many times in order to get connected with my divine and recognize how I was guided, yes or no.
So I picked number 3. So I guess I'm ready for a big leap.
Take the leap, and if it's wrong, then you'll know better. You'll be more connected next time.
I'll learn better.
Exactly.
Okay. And you said you had some angel card or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me do one angel card too. And I used Doreen Birch's angel card. And so I'm going to, again, I've chosen 22 major cards for this as well, so I don't do the whole deck. And I'm going to do one for this one. This one, I'm going to do one universal one, because just for the time, because I know we don't have too much time. So we'll do one universal one. What does the universe want to tell us? I'll have to put my glasses on for this one because it's so light. Basically, it's a great card though, because if you look at it, it's the divine. I mean, you could see it's almost like God's, you could see basically the universe opening up, right? You could clearly see the universe is opening up and giving you the message. And let me read to you exactly what it says. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. It's exactly what we were talking about. It's very perfect for this. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. What is this telling you? So this is basically telling you, allow your powerful true self claim those powers, claim the divine being that you are, and act like one. Don't be fearful. Act like the divine, powerful being that you are. Claim it and align with your true purpose. And your true purpose, if you think about what you really want in life, what your wishful thinking is, that's what you're meant to have in this life. If you're having less than what you really want, it means you don't believe it. You don't have the faith. So have the faith. And when I say faith, it doesn't mean religion. It just means having, without a doubt, a faith. And that's why prayer works. Whether you call it meditation or prayer, it works because then you're connecting, you're believing it. So believing it without a doubt, you're connected. Connect with your authentic self and the divine.
Collect with your authentic self, the divine, and have no doubt.
Exactly.
Sounds good. You said that you would finish up with some chakra cleansing. What is chakras and what are cleansings and what are chakra cleansings?
Okay, so basically chakras were introduced to the Western world in 1880, and they were first, they're I guess in the spiritual and religion and Hinduism and Buddhism. So I won't go into much detail that people could always Google to get the details, but it came from the Hinduism and Buddhism and the religions, and it varies between 3 to 7 chakras depending on what religion exactly they were. But to make a long story short, it came into the Western world in 1880s when it first was introduced by numerous sources to the Western world. And 1919, there was a book called The Serpent Power, I believe. And then it was until 1927 that the 7 chakras, the way we know them now, were introduced with the 7 rainbow colors, which is the 7 chakras. And the chakras, people do yoga or different kind of meditations. They use them for that. But to make it simple, they're entry points where energy flows for you to keep balanced. Because we are energy, we basically are energy. So if we're off balance, we will feel it. And a lot of times we will get sick, or it will affect us physically, emotionally, if any chakra is off balance. And with this guided meditation, I will go through it. And the purpose of this is to take off any blocks. And if anything is blocked, I will help you through this meditation, cleanse it, open it, so you could be balanced and have a beautiful fresh start in the new year.
Excellent.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll put my glasses on just to read it, but I'm going to go through it. So all I'm going to ask you to do now is just kind of close your eyes. I want everybody to close their eyes. And for this exercise, just close your eyes and just take a deep breath. And as you take a deep breath, just follow the sound of my voice, nothing else. Just relax. I want everybody to get a comfortable chair, sink into your chair right now. And as you have your eyes closed, just take a deep breath. Breathe in your power. Exhale anything that's any fears or any worries you may have right now. And we're going to get into a healthy balance right now. And I want you to expand in with your breath. And that's how we're going to open each chakra as I go along. You're going to open and expand with your breath in that particular chakra as I go through it with you. So take a deep breath, feel the energy go through your head. And I want you right now to just release your jawline, your shoulders, and just sink into your chair. Okay, so we're going to heal and balance and open the chakras. We're going to start with the root chakra. So as you're sitting there right now, you're going to imagine where your tailbone is. You're going to imagine where your tailbone is, your tail kind of like coming out of your tailbone and grounding you on the floor. You're going to imagine just grounding you and attaching to the ground into Mother Earth. And right now, I want you to feel free and just float out but grounded into the Mother Earth. And that chakra where your tailbone is, it's the color red. So imagine a big red light and expand into your breath as I'm saying this in that chakra, the root chakra. And the root chakra is your survival chakra. That's where you feel safe and represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. So ground yourself now. It's blocked by fear. So as you expand into your breath, I want you to release any fears and any worries you may have right now. Any survival issues you may have, such as financial dependence, money or food, any emotional issues like that, I want you to release them to the universe, release them to God, and know without a doubt that everything will be okay. Thank you, God. Expand with your breath into that survival and feel safe because you are safe. Take a deep breath. Now we move up into the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is in the lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. So our connection, this gives us our connection, our ability to accept others and new experiences. It's a beautiful orange color, so you could see it right now. And that's our pleasure Chakra. That's where we feel pleasure and creativity. And it's blocked by guilt. So if you have any guilt right now, any guilt, whether it's sexual guilt or anything with relationships or any kind of guilt you may have, I want you to release it. Expand in your breath and release it. Expand into it, open it up and release any guilt you may feel. So any emotional issues that you may feel, so I want you to feel a sense of abundance, a well-being, and pleasure and sexuality. Release any guilt you may have in those avenues. Take a deep breath in. Now we move up into the solar plexus chakra, and that's where our willpower is. That's the most powerful chakra, and that's located right up on your upper abdomen in the stomach area. So and this actual chakra is blocked by shame. And this is where our personal willpower and personal power is. So I want you to visualize a bright yellow, because that's the color of the chakra is yellow. Visualize a bright yellow light melting away any tension that's there right now, and let it slide dissolve any darkness or heaviness you may feel. Take a deep breath in. And right now, I want you to feel confident and in control of your life. Take back your personal power and take back any emotional issues. Feel the self-worth. You are worthy. Feel the self-confidence and self-esteem. Breathe it in and own it. You are powerful beyond measure. Take a deep breath as you expand into that breath and into that chakra. And we move up to the heart chakra, which is a beautiful green color. I want you to imagine it on your heart chakra. And that's our ability to love. That's located right in the center of your chest, just above the heart. And what blocks this is grief and the inability to forgive. So I want you to expand with your breath in this. Open up to love. Open up your whole energy. Open up to love. Your shoulders, open them up. Don't contract into fear. Open up into love right now and into forgiveness. Forgive anything that's any wrongdoing by anyone. Forgive them because you deserve the peace. You deserve to have all the love within you. We forgive for ourselves, not for the other person. And I want you to, any emotional issue, take in, expand into love, joy, and inner peace right now. Take a deep breath and expand with your breath into that, into the power of love. Now we move up to the throat chakra. The throat chakra is located right on your throat, and it's a beautiful blue color. And that gives us our ability to communicate, to be assertive, to voice what you need to say in a loving way, which uses discernment, not judgment, and to say what you need without fear, to communicate what you need. It's blocked by lies. And the lies are not necessarily to other people, the lies you tell yourself. So open up that chakra, breathe into, expand into breath, and own your truth. Follow your intuition, your gut instinct, your soul, and own your truth. Don't lie to yourself. And let's release any emotional issues you have about communication, about self-expression or feelings, and own into the truth. Own your power and the truth. Expand into that with your breath, with a beautiful blue color. Now we move up to the third eye chakra, and that's an indigo color, which is a deep blue color. And that's located right in the forehead between your eyes. It's also called by some by the brow chakra. And like I said, the indigo color is insight. It's wisdom. It's our ability to focus and see the bigger picture, to see your bigger picture, to see that you're a manifester, you're a powerful being, to recognize the wisdom, connect with yourself. And it's blocked by illusion. The illusion of the dream, the illusion of not being powerful, the illusion of being just a physical being and not recognizing the powerful, energetic being that you have that's connected to the divine. So open up the third eye chakra, awaken yourself to the illusion of who you think you are, and awaken to love and to what's real. And anything emotional, open up and take a deep breath in, expand into with your breath, expand your intuition, expand your imagination, expand into your wisdom and the ability to think and make the right decisions for yourself in order to have your best life, the one you deserve. You came here, which is really your purpose. So live with that purpose, own it. Now we move up to the crown chakra. And the crown chakra is located right on top of your head. And it's a beautiful violet color. And that's where the cosmic energy is. And that's really the highest chakra, which represents our ability to be fully connected to spirituality, to God. But beyond that, it's also connected to all, to recognize that we are all one, connected into this cosmic energy. And it's blocked by ego. Ego is thinking that you're all alone, thinking that it's everything just you. So release that, open up, expand with your breath. Take a deep breath in and expand into this cosmic energy, the oneness, the bigger picture, recognizing that you're bigger than what you think. You're bigger than yourself. You're bigger than your body. You're a divine energetic being. So right now, as you expand into your breath, imagine that violet light connecting you, and you could see the cosmos opening up and connecting you through your crown chakra right now. And take a deep breath in, accept it, and combine and expand into your breath right now. And emotionally get into your inner and outer beauty, the connection to the spirituality and to pure bliss. Connect yourself to your soul and connect your soul to the divine, the God, the oneness of all and everything that exists. As you have your eyes closed right now, I want you to keep them closed, expand with your breath into all that it is, into your power. And we're going to close off with this guided meditation with a prayer for manifesting for the new year and for beyond. So just repeat these words within yourself after me and accept them. So great spirit, beings of light, angels and guides of the highest vibration, I invite you into my life to surround me, protect me, and guide me. Align me with my soul's purpose. Clear away any resistance within or around me for me to manifest my heart's desires. Allow me to be a vehicle of light, love, and joy, so that I may be a light unto the world. May I be showered with blessings and share those blessings with others. Amen. Now take a deep breath in. Own it, and so it is from all time, space, and dimensions. Own your power, take it all in, and accept this beautiful energy that you're in right now. And you could open your eyes anytime you're ready. And as we're doing that, it's 1:11 on my phone right now. Perfect time to make a wish. I didn't make this up. The universe is aligning right now, letting you know that it's not just the angels, the universe, the higher powers with us at this moment. So take it all in, make a wish, and know that whatever, this is true. It's letting it's a sign.
Come on, I keep seeing like 1:11, 11:11, 3:33. What does that mean?
The universe then will give, once you align with the universe, which is, then you follow what I'm telling you. Anytime you have doubt, you say, universe, I know you got this. And the universe, anytime you have doubt or fear, will come and let you know, will give you signs to let you know, to remind you that you're aligned and to let go of the fear or doubt. And we'll send you 111 means you're aligned with the universe. Everything is going, your intuition, follow it. Just follow your gut instinct. That's correct, is what they're telling you. It's a sign from the universe. And 333, again, is telling you you're on the right path. So 111 is reassuring to you that what you're thinking, what you're feeling, it's a validation, really. It's not to doubt. Because
what about 11:11?
11:11 is the best. It's basically alignment. Right now, we're aligned with the universe. We are one. So basically, it's the universe letting you know that you're aligned with what you want.
Well,
and
that's
also to remind you that what you've wished for, your intention, is there already. But also remind you to follow your gut instinct. Because sometimes we think, oh, maybe our head plays games on us, right? So anytime you get, I can't, or I can't, or I shouldn't, or I couldn't, that's your ego. That's your mind playing games on you.
Bria Fudas, thank you so much for joining us tonight and giving us some inspiration for 2021. Now, remind us the name of your book, please.
It's Connect with Yourself and Others, which is in the back. Actually, I have it in the back. And I don't know if we have time. I do have a great poem, Awareness, which is not very long. Brian, if it isn't, we could do it another time. Do you have okay, so let's do it quickly here. Okay, it's called Awareness, and it is in my book. It's a great book. I have the book online here, so I'm going to read it here. So everybody, just take the words in and listen to the words on this poem. It's one of my poems in the book. Awareness, because we need awareness to manifest, right? So I am powerful beyond measure, and it gives me so much pleasure to know that I am a creator of my life, and I can have and be anything I want. What I give, I get back. So I choose to live in awareness, as I discovered that's the only way to live and be, as it allows me to consciously create and see my true essence and existence, and to appreciate and value everything and everyone around me. Love is who I am. I choose to consciously give love and be aware when I do not, and be aware when I allow fear to put me in despair. I choose peace and not drama, as peace allows me to live with ease and allows me to follow my dharma. I have no doubt that love and peace come from the inside out. I also know that it's my choice. So I consciously choose love and all of the above. Do you choose to live your life with ease? If so, consciously make the choice of love and peace now and beyond and forever.
Consciously make the choice of love and peace. What a great way to
Yes.
end our chat tonight. Thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian, and Happy New Year to you and all the audience. And I wish everybody love, peace, and everything they wish from now and beyond. Thank you for having me.
Happy New Year.